Hey everyone, welcome to It's Kind of Funny podcast. Um, I just wanted to say that the podcast this week I did with Joe. Uh, gonna promote the show a little bit, and we talked about TV shows that are coming out this new season. I found out I haven't seen any previews, although I don't really watch TV, I watch Hulu and Netflix, and I watch regular antenna TV. I don't have cable. Um, but there's a MacGyver TV show coming out. We haven't talked about that yet, but I am waiting for the previews and waiting to see. I saw the preview, but I'm waiting for the premiere episode, waiting to see how that's going to happen because there's only one MacGyver. There's only one Uncle Buck, but they're doing an Uncle Buck movie. There's only one Martin Riggs, and that's Mel Gibson, but they're doing a Martin Riggs Lethal Weapon TV show. They're doing a 24 TV show, another one. So it's not Jack Bauer this time. It's a black guy being a hero. He nothing to do with Jack Bauer. He's his own man. I don't know. There's the 24 is great because Jack Bauer is awesome. This guy, I don't get it. So, but it could be a great show. Uncle Buck could be funny as hell. Lethal Weapon could be action packed and full of awesomeness. And this fucking MacGyver could be better than Richard Dean Anderson, but I doubt it because really, like, you don't redo the classics. And I know it's classics is a loose term. Some people say, yeah, but you need to update it for new fans. Look at Star Wars. You got to update it. Now you got new fans coming in. The thing with Star Wars and the thing with Disney, you always got new people. The movies go on moratorium for 7 years. They come back. People watch them again. Their kids watch them. The kids of the kids watch them. And the movies keep going and keep going. And the fans just can watch the same stuff. Finding Nemo is going to be, somebody's watching Finding Nemo right now for the very first time ever. And they're loving it. And, it's insane at the making of something to try to make it great, like to redo something like Uncle Buck or to whatever. I get that Uncle Buck is funny, but why wait so long to do it? But even if you did it back then, of course, more people would say it's not John Candy. It's a black Uncle Buck. I do not get it. I'm not racist. I just don't get it. I've seen the trailer. It's not funny. The Lethal Weapon TV show looks like it could be funny. And good. Looks like it could be funny and good. Looks like kind of like the movie. They're following the same storyline. The 24 it might be good. I don't know. It might just be your regular, they had that movie called, the show called The Unit. And that was kind of an action-based thing every week. So, that was fine. But I don't get. They're doing an Exorcist TV show that we talked about also on the podcast. Why? What are you going to do with the Exorcist TV show? Is it Linda Blair every week, that character every week that you're trying to get exorcise and get the demons out of her? Or is it a different demon, a different thing every week? Like, I don't get it. Leave The Exorcist alone. It's fine. You don't remake Casablanca. You don't remake Lawrence of Arabia. They're the way they are. I couldn't see anybody, not that that's a classic, but to some people, these things are classics. For me, Way of the Gun is unique when it came out. It's a classic. I like it. It's a contemporary classic, if you want to call it that. Reservoir Dogs, you remake Reservoir Dogs with Justin Bieber and fucking all these young douchebags? No. Do you remake fucking Way of the Gun? No. Now, granted, those aren't main big old movies, but Uncle Buck wasn't that big of a movie. But anyway, you don't make fucking just leave it alone. I wish they'd leave it alone. Sometimes you get a remake and you go, oh, this might be good. It might be great. It might be cool. And sometimes you do get excited. But most of the time you are not excited. Tron comes out, you're thinking it's going to be badass. It wasn't. Um, I, I, I'm speechless. That's how annoyed I am. But anyway, talked about TV shows coming out. We talked about old TV shows. Now, here's something else. Now, I'm going to put my foot right in my mouth. Tales of the Gold Monkey was a TV show in 1982 that Joe and I grew up on. I liked the show back then. I don't know if Joe liked it back then. I think he did. But Joe usually realizes pretty quickly, even at a young age, what is crap and what is good. Me, not me. I fucking watched it and I wanted to be that guy. Every single person that I grew up with on TV or in the movies usually, there was somebody that I wanted to be. I wanted to be, I wanted to be the fucking Tales from the Gold Monkey guy, Jake. I wanted to be, just every fucking Rambo. I wanted to be Martin Riggs. I wanted to be, I wanted to just be badass. And maybe that's because I'm not badass in person. Personally, I am just a regular guy. But I want to be a hero. You want to be, this guy who's, just crazy. I wanted to be a cop, and I wanted to be a Mel Gibson, Martin Riggs type of cop. And then I realized, no, you got to be on the beat for 4 years. Fuck that. And then you can be a detective maybe. And it's like, no. And I don't know. But my point is, yes, there are crappy TV shows. And there are crappy movies that they remade The Honeymooners TV show into a movie. And it was an all-black cast. And it sucked. If you watch that movie, there is no funny moments in it at all. I don't know why it took so long, for one, to make it. For two, why they thought it would be great. It had Cedric the Entertainer in it and Mike Epps. This Uncle Buck TV show, Mike Epps is in it. Mike Epps is funny. He's a funny comedian. He's a funny guy. I met him once. I didn't know it was him until afterwards. But I kept thinking, that looks like Mike Epps. But anyway. So he's funny. But if the writing is not good and not funny, you can't make it funny. It's just not there. So anyway, TV shows, we talk about that on the podcast. We talk about all kinds of stuff. I talked to Tracy the week before about talking about wanting to be people. I wanted to be Bruce Willis from Return of Bruno. Bruce Willis did a thing where he sang, did an album, and he did an HBO special, like a concert footage. It was concert video, but it was also other stuff. And it was funny and it was cool. And I used to sit in my room. That came out in 87. I was 16 years old. And I would dance around like I was Bruce Willis in the living room. I'd play the video and I'd just dance, with something in my hand, like playing like it's a microphone, whatever. So, I mean, I was a kid. I had fun, whatever. But I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to have talent, and I don't. But anyway, so, you guys, if you want to write any topics, you have any topic ideas or questions for the video or for the podcast, you send them to itskindoffunnypodcast@gmail.com. If you want to see any of the things that we talk about on the podcast, I share some of the links on Facebook. So go to facebook.com/itskindoffunnypodcast. And you can also just go to listen to the show. You can go to itskindoffunnypodcast.podbean.com, or you could subscribe to us on iTunes and all that, and subscribe down here to the YouTube, and or like us or whatever you want. So that's what it is for now. I'm also going to be doing videos of some of my childhood stories that are in the podcast. I'm going to explain those, show those in a video form. So that might be fun. I'm just experimenting with things and seeing how it goes. So I think thank you guys for watching. And until next time, have a good day.
Can you really deep throat balloons? Do pregnant strippers make us swoon?